So how does the water move against gravity and go up the straws into the boiler to continue the cycle? When the water enters the boiler, it is heated and produces steam. The steam condenses and the pressure increases as the molecules push against the outside of the straws. This pushes the water down the straws and juts out the end, propelling the boat forward. Now that most of the water molecules have turned to steam, the boiler becomes dry. So inside the boiler, the amount of volume expands to the fixed amount of air inside. This creates a low pressure inside the boiler. While outside of the boiler, the atmospheric pressure is higher. The bottom of the boiler bulges inward. The suction inside the boiler tries to pull the water up the straws and into the boiler. However, it is really the atmospheric pressure that is pushing the water back into the straws. At the beginning, when the water is rushing out of the straws, the water gains momentum. But now that the water's momentum is gone, the air pressure springs the water back into the straws, and the cycle continues. So where else can one see this similar process occurring? One example is simply drinking through a straw. When you close your mouth around the straw, you create a shape that increases the amount of volume. When the volume increases, the pressure decreases. Because the pressure outside your mouth is greater, the atmospheric pressure pushes the less dense liquid up into your mouth. Another example is oil rigs. Oftentimes when you have an oil well, you put something more dense than oil, like mud, down into the well so that the mud sinks beneath the oil and pushes the oil back up to the surface. This diagram shows how the lower pressure at the top of the straw makes the higher pressure at the bottom of the straw gravitate towards the lower pressure. So, in conclusion, the reason the water flows up the straws against the gravity is the pressure. The higher pressure flows to the lower pressure, pushing the water up the straws to the boiler. Thanks for listening and have an awesome summer.